welcome to Bristol Street Motors. Next to me we have the BYD Seal. So let's have a look around, jump in and see what it has to offer. When we look at the front of the Seal, you've got these eye-catching LED daytime running headlights. You've got these wave effect lights on the bottom with your parking sensors across the front bumper and your front camera just here. So the Seal does come with a frunk, so let me just show you how that works. So underneath the bonnet, you've got what looks like an engine, which in actual fact is a bit of extra storage. Perfect to store away your sandwiches or your lunch or something, along with access to your screen wash and your breaker fluid there as well. The Seal comes with these unique 19-inch bitone alloys and these Continental tyres. Moving up from the tyres and the alloys, you've got a bit of black contrast detailing. You can see it's a bit of an arrow shape, which gives it the impression it's quite a quick car. Same with the black contrast trim on the bottom as well. We've got privacy glass on the back windows and a great tinted panoramic roof as well. And of course you've got keyless entry. So you've got these very smart, sleek handles out of sight until you press the button and they'll pop out, allowing you to get in. When it comes to the mirrors, there's quite a lot going on. So they're heated electric folding mirrors. They are adjustable as well, but you've got your LED indicator, blind spot detection, and one of your 4 external cameras on the bottom, giving you a crystal clear 360 view. As we move round to the back, you've got, again, really cool looking tail lights and light bar with the water droplet effect in the back as well. And of course, you've got your electric tailgate. The Seal does have 400 litres of boot space, which on first impressions doesn't look like it does. But it's actually quite deep. It goes all the way back to the back seats. And you've got an additional bit of storage just underneath for chargers, a few bags, sandwiches, or whatever else you want to throw in there. And then to close it, you just press the button on the top here. So that pretty much covers it for the outside. So let's hop in and have a look on the inside. When you sit in the back, there's one thing that you can't take your eyes off, and it's the pan roof. It stretches from the front all the way to the back of the car, so you've got a clear view of the day. Especially in the summer, it'll give a great view and it will lighten up the space in the car. Talking of space, there's a lot of it in the back seats. So you have very deep passenger seats. You've got that flat floor, so you have a lot of leg room for your feet. You have smaller pockets and a bigger pocket for the likes of your mobile phone, your tablet, or maps if you still use them, as well as you've got your chargers tucked away just in the bottom as well. Despite it being a bit of a sportier car, you've still got ISOFIX points in the passenger seats, as well as an armrest with 2 cup holders. So it does make the car very comfortable and just a very easy ride. First thing, when you sit in the Seal, is you'll find that the seats are really comfortable. You've got very smart, sleek, executive finish all round. You've got a nice mixture of all sorts of fabrics. So you've got the vegan leather, you've got suede on the dash, and it just overall just has this really, really clean executive finish to it. Very similar to the Seal U, you've got everything in the centre for your air conditioning, your stop-start and your driving modes. And of course you've got the same crystal switch in the centre for your driving modes. Again, 2 wireless charging pads in the centre, spinning screen in the centre as well, where you've got your navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, your Spotify and your BYD store on your home screen. The BYD store will allow you to download an internet browser or karaoke if you fancy a little sing-song. But then you've also got your air conditioning in the centre, which is quite cool. So what you are able to do is when it's on, is you can actually move each individual fan in the car separately to give you a nice even airflow, and you can do it separately on both sides. So if your passenger wants it hot and you want it cold, doesn't matter, have it individually. You've also got heated and vented seats and a heated steering wheel, which is great in the winter. Your other apps include all your Bluetooth options, so your phone and your music. You've also got your BYD Assistant, which you can also use using your voice control. And then you've got all your driving options here as well. So here you'll be able to change the regen braking. You've also be able to see what battery charge you've got left, the consumption of the battery, so you can see what your driving's like, as well as change some of the ambient lightings inside the car. You've got a very easily adjustable steering wheel, so depending on how you sit, you can move it in pretty much any angle you want, which is perfect if you are a little bit taller. You've got your screen rotation button. It's standard in all BYD cars. You can also access all your cameras just by pressing a button. So when you look at the cameras, you can access all 4 cameras on all sides of the car, as well as have a nice clearer view. You can also have your 360 view, where you've got a perfect clear image of what's around you, as well as what's underneath your car, and your 3D view as well, where you can actually maneuver around and see everything around you. You've also got cruise control and adaptive cruise. You can also change the distance and when your car starts to slow down in front of cars in front, saving you from any incidents. And on the other side, nice and simple, you've got voice activation, volume and song skipping options, as well as a menu button which allow you to access the menu on the screen behind the wheel. So when you look at the screen behind your steering wheel, this is where it's going to show you all the different settings you've currently got going on for driving. So that'll include how strong your regenerative braking is, which you can see at the top just there, as well as which driving mode you've got set. Further along, it will also show you what speed signs and road signs are coming up, as well as your speed and what driving modes you've got. So here you'll be able to see if you've got your blind spot detection on, your cruise control, or even your speed limiter. Across the bottom, you'll be able to see exactly how much charge you've got and how many miles you'll be able to get from that charge. It's a sleek, sporty saloon, and you can tell when you drive it because you put your foot on the accelerator and the car does just go. It's a really quick, sporty, comfortable car. You don't feel like you're going too quick. Even if you're on a 50-60 road, you do feel like you are just cruising along. And with this, especially with this kind of weather, with the heated seats on, it's lovely. I mean, it's cold outside. I think it's telling me it's currently 8 degrees. I've got the heated steering wheel on, I've got the heated seats on, and it's just a really, really comfortable drive. It does feel really, really executive. It feels like you're driving around in a luxury car. I mean, you've got the pan roof above you. It definitely brings a lot of light in, so it does make the car feel a lot more spacious. But with the Seal, you've got a much bigger screen, and it's not too obnoxious. When you've got the automatic headlights on, when it flicks the lights on, it will dim these screens as if you were in the dark, which is great because what you don't want to be is blinded by your screen and your sat-nav. In this model, which is the design Seal, is you have a slightly lower brake horsepower and it's rear-wheel drive as opposed to all-wheel drive, but you get about 354 miles of range, which is brilliant for an electric car. Obviously, when it comes to winter, you will expect a drop, but because you've got the heat pump fitted, you're still going to be hitting around 320, 330, which you can't really get much better than, really, especially if you want to do long distances, or if you suffer from range anxiety, having a car with the range that this does is going to make you feel so much more comfortable. So that pretty much covers it for the Seal. If you are interested and want to find out more information, take a visit to bristolstreet.co.uk.